believe Andrew G got the All-Stars record just by doing the pipe jumps anyway, which is pretty silly.
Yeah.
All right, looks like our runners are off.
Yeah, we're off. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what eLmaGus has done to prepare for this. The Cole probably looking to have a run in the low 20s. So,
Yep, and looks like we've got both runners foregoing the 1-1 mushroom right off the bat.
I was just about to mention fireworks. eLmaGus will be getting fireworks.
Yes.
So,
if you don't know, when you end a level, if your timer ends in a 1, 3, or a 6, you get that many fireworks. So one firework doesn't matter, but you'll always see players trying to slow down in order to avoid a 3 or a 6. If you see them slow down, that's probably what's happening. One other benefit that we didn't mention of the SNES version, though, in a race setting, is that on NES you only get 3 lives, while on SNES you get 5. So if you are worried about game overing, then Super Nintendo might be the version for you as well.
Yeah, it is a minor consolation. It definitely, like, whenever you're getting into the later parts of some worlds, it can be pretty demoralizing if you get a game over. With newer runners, that would normally be World 6 or World 7. Although World 8 is pretty challenging as well at times.
I think World 5 is where a lot of unexpected game overs come from.
I've been practicing it a lot recently. I've started to enjoy it, but World 6 and 7 have continued to be a pain. 7 too.
Yeah.
The water levels they just feel really difficult, but maybe I'm bad.
Yes. No, the water levels are very tough. You know, in all my life, I never realized that there's only one water level in the game. 2-2 and 7-2 are actually clones of each other. All right, so both runners got nice grabs on the fire power there. There's a trick you can do in this game where you can grab a power up from the bottom of the block. Cole takes a hit on the Bowser.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
There's a certain thing you can do with the D-pad where you can kind of clip into the power-up block just enough to grab it from the bottom, and it's slightly faster, so I'm excited to see both players doing that here.
Yeah, that was a pretty good fight from eLmaGus.
Yes. Yes, so Cole took a hit. However, that time that it took for that castle to count down pretty much gave Cole time to re-fire up here. So they are back right neck and neck.
Yeah, it is painful seeing that, just knowing all that time loss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to say it probably adds up to a minute. All right, and Cole takes the lead.
And gets the backup power flower as well, which is nice to back to the comfort zone a bit more.
Question from the chat. Yes, All-Stars does still have frame rules. Both these games operate almost exactly the same. There's only a couple difference in the actual controls. The real only difference in the way that Mario moves is how breaking bricks works. In All-Stars, if you jump up and break a brick, you'll very often go up into that horizontal row and slow down or bonk on the next brick over, while in the NES version you'll break the brick, go straight back down and keep on running.
Yeah, bricks can often give you a hard time in All-Stars, which is just another reason to want to play in the NES version.
Yep. But as far as things like fireworks, frame rules, flagpole glitch, those kinds of things are all still present in All-Stars. Except Bullet Bill glitch. That soft locks the game, doesn't it?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware.
In the All-Stars version.
Yeah, this has been a pretty close race so far. I'm guessing that eLmaGus is probably on pretty big PB pace at the moment. Definitely very good for a race.
Yeah, both the runners have really hardly made any mistakes here. And you'll notice here also the cheeps, I think, in All-Stars version are generally just a lot nicer. they usually come up behind you if you're running at full speed, while in the NES version, they like to come up right on top of you. So that's an example of the NES version being a lot more difficult. Oh, and Cole takes a death on fast elevator. It looked like he didn't duck jump. A lot of the time, if you're going to run straight off onto the first elevator and then jump up through it, you need to duck jump in order to make that jump. So he ended up bonking on the second elevator platform and falling through.
Yeah, it was pretty difficult to see, but it was nice to see an attempt there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's quite a bit faster if you can do it. Cole takes another hit on the Bowser, but he does survive. Oh, and right away a 3-1 Piranha Plant on eLmaGus.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You're definitely wanting the power floor for this level. Having to slip down behind each of those Piranha Plants now.
Okay, so Cole is going for my least favorite. Oh, he makes it! That mushroom is so difficult to grab without getting hit by those flying Koopas.
Yeah, it is pretty horrible. I normally just pass it up.
Alright, so Magus has completed the level, but Cole is flying through this level. Might be catching up here. Now, as far as the level intro screens, I'm not sure which one is faster. On the All-Stars version, you have to hit a button in order to advance it, which you don't have to do on the NES, but I'm not sure if it actually sits there for longer.
I'm honestly not sure either. Some of the transitions do feel different. I'm honestly not sure, but it's just best to mash and just mash if you're playing in the All-Stars version.
Mm-hmm. So what I was saying about the Super Mario Collection versus Mario All-Stars, I actually wonder which version eLmaGus is running here, if it's the English or the Japanese. I didn't see at the beginning.
Good question. I think it was the US version.
All right, both runners back in 3-3. Magus has fire, but they look to be pretty close. But
Magus has been doing absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Just a couple of mistakes from Cole. Otherwise, it would be a really, really good run.
So 3-4, another level that is easier on the All-Stars version because the Podoboos tend to all go high enough for you to jump under. But so we saw that on eLmaGus, but now if you look over at Cole, you'll see that the Podoboos are just a little tougher to get around. That one went pretty low. You kind of got to wait for all of them.
Oh, those were nasty.
Yep. All right, but a fire kill from both players, so we are on to World 4. 4-1 is particularly devastating to not have fire on the SNES version, so it's good that eLmaGus was able to keep that.
Yeah, definitely. On the NES version, it's fairly trivial to do it as fast as you would with fire, but on the SNES version, it's not so easy.
All right, very good level from both players. 4-1 is kind of known to be just about the easiest level in the game, however. And now 4-2. This is just a wonderful level. This is one of my favorite levels in the game. Now, eLmaGus jumped to the first platform at the beginning, and the Cole jumped to the second. If you're big, you should jump to the second, because as you saw, Magus jumped to the first and then hit the wall right afterward and slowed down. And that was interesting too. eLmaGus took the top route, Cole took the bottom route.
Yeah, that was really nice.
And it looked like Cole gained some ground there also, just a little bit.
Yeah, Cole definitely made up a lot of time there.
How much slower is All Stars than NES? I would say about a minute.
I would say at least a minute. Around that time seems to be pretty close.
Yeah, assuming you play it, like if you were to play perfectly, I think it would come down to the castle timers, and I think that adds up to about a minute. So yeah, at least a minute, and then there's extra slowdowns that happen if you don't play optimally. Cole taking the 4-4 intro very carefully. Now, the intro to 4-4 is really tricky because if you are holding right and run, as you generally do at the beginning of a level, you will just fall in the lava and die. So 4-4 you got to keep an eye out for. And this is also a very tough Bowser, but both players did not get a forward jumping Bowser, so they were both able to maintain fire. That is wonderful. The 4-4 Bowser has a very bad habit of jumping forward just where you want to be landing, and that is tricky. So now Cole takes the lead.
Yeah, just with that, it's a lot of time to save over the version.
Now 5-1, if you know, as we often say, this is basically where the run starts. This world takes a lot of practice to get down, and is just very dangerous in general. Both players did a pretty good 5-1, though. 5-2, this cannon right there is very infamous. Sometimes it just decides to shoot you. And eLmaGus did a very good job at taking it slow. If he had not taken it slow there, it would have just shot him. Few more
taking it for that final jump. Still pretty good.
Yep. And let's see if Magus gets this big jump. They both landed on the bottom stair. If you jump just right, you can land on that top stair and not have to slow down on those stairs.
5-3. Yeah, that's where. Yeah, it gets pretty difficult in 5-3 with the billet bills. I'm still pretty bad at knowing where the billet bills are going to spawn, but yes. I'm sort of getting there.
Now, the NES version of this level is unique. Oh, eLmaGus unfortunately gets a bad bill and it bounces him right into a pit. And that is just a very rough checkpoint, especially when he gets another bad bill there. So he might take it a little slower here. There we go. Wow, it tried to get him again, but he jumped under at that time.
Yeah, those are pretty nasty. Sometimes it can be very, very hard to avoid.
Yes, 5-3 is a pretty common run killer. Just a brutal level if you don't get good bills. "5-4 is an interesting castle as well. The bars can just be very good or very bad for you. However, if you've been keeping up, Royal Gamer actually just found a way to guarantee good bars every time. See this Bowser? Oh no! That was so tricky! The Bowser jumped up but turned around a couple times, kind of juked. Magus didn't want to go under. And then he just fired him in the face. So hopefully Magus gets it through here, and then we will be able to... He might have to take a life refill in World 6 in order to avoid a later game over. But it's very interesting to note, if he were running on NES, that would have been a game over already, but he's got a couple extra lives due to the All-Stars version.
Yeah, it's definitely an advantage whenever you put it that way.
Cole is just trucking along on 6-3 here, just a couple levels ahead here. "6-1 can be a very dangerous level if you have to pick up power-ups. Mellow flows, as we've discussed, this tournament does allow both versions of the game, and both versions have their own advantages and disadvantages. So the number of lives on the SNES version comes at a cost of the version being generally slower to run.
Unfortunate getting 3 fireworks, which I think that loses about 2.5 seconds, maybe. That was a nice 6-4 from Cole, though.
All right, so Magus is on level 6-2, and as you can see on the SNES version, every single pipe in this level has a piranha plant in it, while on the NES version, a lot of these plants get despawned. All right, both runs still looking excellent. Cole is just having an excellent run over there. Magus definitely has time to catch up, especially if anything goes wrong in World 8, which we all know it very well might.
It's possible, it can happen. It was really unfortunate about that World 5, but other than that, I think Magus has been playing pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, without a game over, it definitely could be a lot worse for Magus. A game over would have been much, much more brutal, so still only a couple levels behind. Ooh, he did a very good job dodging that bullet bill there. A spring into that bill would have just been brutal because it could have easily then dropped him right into a pit.
Pretty decent 7-2 for Cole. Played it a bit safe in the middle, but a lot of the times it definitely works out better that way.
All right, this very dangerous 6-4 entrance. Oh, wow, that Potaboo. Probably probably burned a hole in the back of his overalls there. Cole on the very exciting level 7-3. So this is basically 2-3, except there are now Koopas in your way. And the particularly dangerous thing about that is that the Cheeps will often jump up and give a little hug to the Koopas and turn them around, which can end up bouncing you into a pit. But if you have firepower, you can just fire through them, and it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, sometimes if you're not expecting it, it can be pretty drastic.
Mm-hmm.
Mike is getting hit there. That's pretty unfortunate.
Yes. Level 7-1. Pretty difficult in general. Oh, and a bad hammer, bro.
That jump would have worked a lot of the time, I kind of feel, but yeah, that was unfortunate.
All right, Cole getting through the first puzzle castle. He made a couple mistakes in jumping, but luckily he did not end up looping any portion of it by accident. There is an interesting issue in 7-4 where the triggers as you're running through the castle that check if you're on the right path can get thrown off if you accidentally backwards bump any walls, because we all know the backwards bump gets Mario further to the right on the screen. That's how Fast 4-2 is achieved, and that can actually throw off those triggers and cause you to loop the castle even when you did it correctly. Also, don't jump for fun, because that can also cause it to loop it. So Cole is at
version. Go ahead.
Cole is at a huge advantage here by having fire in 8-1, because there is no power-up in level 8-1. If you get hit in level 7-4 or 8-1, you don't get another power-up until the beginning of 8-2, and you don't get firepower until 8-3. So it's very, very good not to get hit here. Takes that intro very slowly and safely.
And sometimes getting the power-ups in 8-3 can be a bit of an ordeal.
Yes.
But yeah, I was actually wondering if he was going to play it too safe. I think it makes sense. Definitely being this far ahead as well.
So now we see eLmaGus on the infamous 7-3 without firepower. So yeah, he's got to watch out for these Koopas and make sure they don't get flipped.
Ooh. That's that was interesting. That Koopa was quite far forward. The bullet bill sort of interfered with that.
Yes, that ending of 8-2 is one of the scariest parts of the game for me. So now he's in 8-3, and we'll see if he decides to pick up power-ups, because oftentimes it's faster to just go. I mean, it is faster to just go, it's just more dangerous. But it looks like he is going to pick up a power-up here.
Yeah, I think with this much of a lead, definitely recommended getting the power-up, but
as we see right here, is so difficult to get both without getting hit. But at least this big will get him, it'll pretty much guarantee him entry to 8-4, unless the first Hammer Bro gets you. Oh, and he drop kicks the last one. Nice.
Nice.
And eLmaGus finishing up 7-4 here. So he's big in 8-1, and once again, there is no power-up in 8-1. So it's not until 8-2 that he'll be able to get firepower, which is extra brutal on Super Nintendo because he can't jump straight over these piranha plants.
Also a very, very safe 8-4 beginning. Creeping down the stairs.
Yes.
Thankfully didn't bonk off that block into the Koopa. Ooh, nice dodge. Yeah, sometimes those cheaps can just decide that the run stops there. Very unfortunate.
Yes, in fact, I mean, in a race situation, I've taken to just not even doing the wrong warp because I don't want a random cheap.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense if you're small Mario in your head.
And here's 8-4 Bowser, and the Cole hits it 21-47. Very nice.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very good time considering everything that happened. Very, very good job.
Yeah, anything in the 21s, good race time. eLmaGus, if the color of his split is any indication here, he may still be on PB pace.
I think you might be right.
That mushroom can be just a little dangerous if that cannon doesn't cooperate. Yes, this is a double elimination tournament. All right, and here's the hardest part.
I have a feeling that eLmaGus has a very, very good chance in the losers bracket, at least for one match. I think this has been a very good performance.
Yes, I agree.
To have a lead over someone for 5 worlds with a PB of about 4 minutes behind, I think is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it definitely shows to good consistency, which is always what's most important for a race. So unfortunately, he doesn't have fire right away because those bros gave him some business there. But we'll see if he's able to get it on the second one. Now, fighting Hammer Bros like this really showcases what I was talking about earlier with the brick breaking being just a little weird on the SNES version. When he hits the bricks, he goes up a little bit. But he gets them.
Very nice.
All right, so this firepower will let him just cruise right through this spot. Looks like he is taking it extra safe, though, making sure not to get hit. I believe, though, if you just run full speed, you can just shoot each one of these as you go by and not really have to worry too much.
Yeah, it's pretty rare that you would need to worry to jump. You're running at full speed.
All right, and it's time for Castle 8-4. This castle... These castles look so cool in the Super Nintendo version with this background and the thunder.
Yeah, I agree. It's a nice touch.
I like how the underwater section looks more in the NES version, though, because the color palette on the pipe is really weird and it's pink. This one actually changes the music.
Yeah, for the longest time, I forgot that actually wasn't a thing on SMB1.
Or oh wait, this one doesn't change the music. Yeah, the NES version actually gives you the underwater music here.
Oh wait, maybe I'm thinking of the boss fight. I think, or am I thinking of Lost Levels? I can't remember. I really can't
Oh
remember.
yeah, Lost Levels has the fake out Bowser. That Hammer Bro, a little harder to deal with on the Super Nintendo version, but eLmaGus does it. Gets a 25-13. Excellent.
Yeah, very well done. But if I just look at the bracket quickly, do we know who? So it'll either be between Kaku or Infinite Mystery. The Cool will be going on to face in round 2. So congratulations again.
All right, and yeah, that is a PB for eLmaGus. So even if he didn't win this race, he still did better than he's ever done before, which is always exciting.
Alrighty then, so I think that's us, unless the guys want to pop in to say a few words about their race. Not sure.
That could be.
I'll ask.
But yeah, such a wonderful race. I love seeing the NES and the SNES pitted up against each other because you really get to see the differences between the levels and the advantages and disadvantages of each version.
I suppose that's sort of appropriate because you guys on Saturday will get to see the same thing between us two.
That is correct.
Version, and you will be on the NES, so good luck. I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, me as well.
I'm not too optimistic, but I'm sure I'll have fun.
I'm certain I'll have fun either way.
Yo, welcome, congrats. That was a pretty good start.
Hi, yeah. Felt pretty good about the whole run, honestly, because I have not been playing that much, and surprised. Definitely my best run of the day too, so I'm happy I got that on stream.
Yeah, you guys were pretty neck and neck until World 5. Magus had some unfortunate bullet bills, and then yeah, you just didn't slow down.
Yeah, the bullet bills kind of killed my momentum there.
Yeah, it was a very impressive performance. I think you've a very, very good chance in the losers bracket as well.
Yeah, just gotta keep at it. I'm having fun with the game though, so looking forward to improving even more.
Yeah, you definitely show a lot of potential. I think 22 could happen probably quite quickly. Like a 22-minute time.
That'd be nice, that'd be nice.
I think we're just waiting on Cole at the moment.
Yep, and then so this victory will bring you up against the victor between Kaku and Infinite Mystery. So I'm not sure when you're definitely going to want to be watching that race just to check out your opponent.
Pretty much, yeah.
You're welcome.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yep.
We can, yes.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. Congrats on the win. Well done. It's a pretty decent run.
Yes. Oh my god. Sorry, I have a lot of return in my audio. Don't know how to fix that.
Yeah, it's no worries. Just take your time.
Okay, so now should be good. Hope that there's no much return in the stream. So
Yeah, it sounds good.
okay, so I have pretty rough start because first race. No.
Yeah.
I don't know how to fix that. I don't. I don't know how to fix that.
All right, no worries. I'm not sure what to do, but yeah, it was a pretty good race anyway. Anything in the 21s is a very, very good time. So I think in round 2 you're gonna have a very good chance to win. All right, I think that's us.
Yep. So it sounds like we're finishing up, and we have another race coming up in. Is it an hour and a half now? Or let me double check the calendar.
I think it's in an hour. We can just confirm that though.
Let's see what we've got. Yep, it should be, let's see, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. So that's going to be in.
Or maybe could it
Yep,
be that? Maybe if I found the case of the return, so maybe we can go further with the interview if you want. Otherwise, it's fine. Sorry for the.
Yeah, no worries. Just I suppose just if there's anything you want to say about your run, just go ahead.
My run was pretty mad. I had a pretty rough start. I died in 2-4 again. Died again in 2-4, like in the Sun race. I died there twice. So definitely need to practice that spot. Because during the race I'm pretty lackluster. Lacklustering there. Then I had a couple of stupid hits in 3-2 that it was very dumb. And then starting from War 4 I finally had the chance to play better and then set my win there. I had a pretty good War 5 and from there I gained a little bit more self-awareness, and from there it has been everything a lot easier because the beginning was quite rough. Then luckily enough I managed to win, but for the next race I definitely need to improve my game, so I'll definitely practice so that I can get even more better, because definitely need a lot.
Glad to hear it.
Sorry?
So you're having fun then?
Sorry, can you repeat? I can't understand, sorry.
Oh, sorry, I was saying, are you having fun then?
Yeah, game is fun as hell. I'm having fun speedrunning, and this week I will try getting sub 20. Let's see if I can get this goal. It would be cool. And yeah, thanks for do the tournament. It has been a lot of fun so far. We are just at the beginning, but I'm looking forward to do more races and to know even more people from the community. And
yep, so, absolutely. We're looking forward to seeing you in round 2. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
eLmaGus, we're looking forward to seeing you in the next round as well, up against, well, to be determined at this point.
Should be fun, thanks.
And
GG also to my opponent.
Yeah, GG, dude.
And
it was a really fun race. Congrats again. Cool, and eLmaGus, I thought that was really, really good. So,
thanks.
Yeah, good job.
All right, so thanks everybody, and definitely be around in about 50 minutes. We've got another round with Quite Super Mario and I on commentary, and that round is going to be between Nathan Almighty and Zine64.
All right, see you guys then.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.